Google just handed AI over full control of your ads, and whether that's good news, it all depends on what you do next. Google just handed AI over full access to your ads, and whether that's good news depends entirely on what you do next. And I help businesses scale and do more within the marketing space, utilizing AI, as people tend to do a lot of stuff over and over and over and over again and never actually adapt to the new trends. Clicks doesn't matter anymore. It's all about your authority and looking at mentions. Now, we'll dive deep into this, but my name is Ruan. I've helped countless of businesses and generated millions for my clients. Now, let's get into it. So, your marketing strategy is on life support. You just don't know it yet. Now, I think you've heard this like maybe 1,000 times before. And it's true. It really is true. I think there's a big shift happening now, whether all the platforms, whether it's Meta or Google, everyone just wants to keep you into their platform itself. So Google Marketing Live was two days ago, and there's a lot of stuff that came from that. So between your brand and your customer, then Google built a wall, literally an invisible wall between those. So this side is your brand and this side is the customer. So they didn't just tweak the algorithm, they officially built an invisible wall between your brand and your customer. Now, it sounds scary, but it's not that scary if you actually understand and go a little bit deeper. So AI is everywhere. So what is currently happening? You've got your business agent for leads. So this will actually capture the leads, maintain an active sales presence outside of business hours. The AI handles initial inquiries and capture lead data even when your team is offline. It reduces sales friction. Standard brand messaging, streamline lead qualification. You obviously had a lot of other software, external automations, agents doing this for you, but now everything is inside Google. So this is exactly how this would look like at the end of the day. Then you've also got your AI brief, and I think this is quite cool because the main problem is when you set up Google Ads, you've got your normal search campaigns, which gave you control, but with Performance Max, you don't have any control. You don't know what the AI is doing, but initially Google keeps on pushing it because it's the right thing to do. But as a marketer, you actually love to be in control, which is a problem. But now they introduced AI Brief, and this is powered by the new Gemini model. And what this basically does is you give AI, you can use your PMax, but you actually give it an AI brief. You say, okay, for example, you start describing your brand focuses on high quality ingredients for busy families who prioritize health and feeding their kids well. We focus on households looking for healthier snacks between 20 and 35 years old. Strictly avoid all price-driven or speed-related language, and then it sets up the whole thing for you. So I think this is really going to be a game changer when it comes to this, and I'm quite excited to jump and start using this. So what Google actually said. So AI Max for shopping campaigns. It's an AI system that transforms raw product data into dynamic interactive experiences to answer highly complex conversational user queries. So AI summaries explaining why your product is a great match. Now, if you think of it and you Google something specifically, you've got your where to go service my car. I like to use this as an example. And then why doesn't it actually pull up the AI overview? It always does. Now that I'm filming a video, it doesn't. So anyway, where is the best place? There we go. Okay, so this is what's currently happening. Now, when you actually have a shopping campaign and you want to buy a Bosch fridge for your home, for example, you've got your shopping campaigns, but now this actually, when you click on it, it actually takes you to their actual website. So it sends you to an external platform. Like I said, Google wants to keep you inside its ecosystem. So what's going to happen now? There's going to be a basic AI overview, like I just shown you, but actually for your ads. And it's going to show you exactly why your ad. Why does people need to buy this one and not this one? And this is exactly where the most important thing actually comes in, whether to actually still focus on your normal SEO. But it's not, your normal SEO was actually pointing out and making sure that you optimize for human persuasion, because you want to persuade a human to click on your ad and actually go to your site. But now, with this shift happening, you need to persuade the AI. You need to persuade the robot or the bot behind everything. And that's exactly where your schema markups and everything comes in, because at the end of the day, you want AI to mention your brand or your product. You want AI to extract the correct info from your website and give it to the end user so that they make a decision. So yes, it's still in your control if you understand how the AI reads and extracts data. And it's still and it's extremely important to do so. Otherwise, you're definitely gonna fall behind. And then you've also got your direct offer. So this is designed to reduce checkout friction with native purchasing capabilities. So users can actually purchase without ever leaving Google. Now, Google also launched the actual Pay with Google Pay, and this is the direct offer. So the benefits about this is it will close the sale with high intent shoppers. So direct offers allows advertisers to present exclusive discounts like a special 20% off directly to shoppers who are ready to buy. By surfacing these offers at the moment of discovery, retailers can provide an extra incentive needed to help the shopper prioritize value and help the retailer successfully close the sale. So this and also build shoppers' trust. So basically, you're gonna have your sponsored ads over here, but in the AI mode. But a while back, well, still today, you click on the ad, you go to the website, you go through the process. This is for me? How does their visuals look? How does that look? But now you can actually click on the ad on Google itself and pay right on Google, because everything happens in one place. You usually have 20 plus touch points. You need to appear on Facebook. You need to have your Google ads in place, because that's intent driven. Then people go to Facebook for retargeting, see if that is for you. You have to be on Pinterest. You have to be on Reddit. Now that still is important. Don't get me wrong. For specifically focused on offsite authority, that is extremely important. But it doesn't have to be like that anymore, because the whole customer journey actually shifted into 4 or 5 steps, and that is because of AI. Everybody researches, everybody understands it. Then they know exactly what they want at the end of the day, so they stay into the app, they stay into the AI, and now it just makes it easier to actually buy it directly from Google, which is just crazy. So AI Max plus direct offers is the new agentic commerce. So the traditional funnel is dead. Like I just said, the old way was user searches for the solution, it clicks your ad, it lands on your website, it reads your copy, it adds to cart, completes checkout. And there's a drop-off ad every step. Now, with Gemini or AI in general, there's intent, there's your offer, there's your purchase, and there's your match. That's it. So the website landing page, the thing marketers have spent billions of dollars optimizing, is completely bypassed, and the customer never leaves Google. Real world example, how the AI agent works. So complex user query, you usually just had your normal keywords, Bosch fruits to buy, that's it. But now queries actually get bigger and larger and more specific. For example, I want a fridge that is perfect for a family of 4. It needs to be, I like the color gray, and it needs to be able to make ice, and you can go a lot more in detail. So everything gets a lot more specific. So complex user query, I need to set up an off-grid solar system for small businesses in an area with heavy hailstorms under strict budget. Now the old lay was blue links. Google returns 10 blue links. User clicks first results. It reads 2,000 words. It opens 4 more tabs. It compares the specs. You've got your whole list of everything up there, and you're still confused. It does another search and you're not sure what's the next step. What should you do? And then you finally find your product, and that's 45 minutes, sometimes hours. And for me personally, I sometimes takes days, because I struggle to make a decision. because there's so much more into it. Because especially when it comes to something high ticket, I don't just want to buy it. I want to really understand it, because what if I waste my money? But what if I don't? So for me, this was hard. Now with the new Gemini AI agent, based on your requirements, so AI will generate an instant summary when you search for this, based on your exact requirement for off-grid, hail resistance, class 4+, and a budget constraints. Solar Max Pro 400 watt is the one for you. The direct offer with a 50% discount. Here is it, under 60 seconds, customer never leaves Google. Now obviously people still have questions, and that is exactly where demand gen comes in. And you can't go wrong with using demand gen on YouTube, because there is authority that's been built up. And Google is also part of the bigger ecosystem of, YouTube is also part of the bigger ecosystem of Google, which is just great news for you, because that is where a lot of buyers actually make a decision and buy. So if the website is bypassed, what are we optimizing for? I need better creatives. I need a more emotional hook. I need a better video sales letter. No. So that is old world thinking. An AI agent does not care about your emotional hook. Gemini does not persuade by a clever storytelling angle. AI agents read one language only: structured, machine, comprehensible attributes. So the new language was: from persuasion to comprehension, optimized for human eyes. Transform your home with revolutionary solar panels, best in class efficiently, limited time offer, 50% off, emotional triggers, scarcity tactics, and social proof. But now, like I said in the beginning of this video, you need to actually persuade the AI. And the way to do this is like this: in your markup language, in JSON, so that they actually understand what to extract and better give it to the end user. It's instantly parsable specifications, real-time inventory data, and verifiable compatible info. So, welcome to Generative Engine Optimization, GEO. We're moving out of the era of traditional SEO. The invisible shelf. So if an AI agent cannot instantly parse your product's technical specifications, your real-time inventory counts, your localized distribution limits, and your explicit compatibility data, you simply do not exist. You are completely omitted from the AI summary, and you are left on what we call the invisible shelf. So if your product feed data is messy or unstructured, the AI agent will look right past you and recommend a competitor whose data is pristine and perfect. And if your product is objectively better and cheaper, the technical feed is the new marketing creative. So here's the 3-step blueprint on how to pivot and thrive in this time and age. You don't panic. You restructure around 3 main pillars. So maximize the merchant feed engine. So leverage deep structured data for every product attribute. Implement hyper-localized inventory updates. Optimize materials, specific dimensions and specifications, and ensure AI has exact signals for automated ad summaries. Number 2. Implement frictionless native checkout. If Google is offering direct offers to remove checkout friction, you must adapt. And I think that's the main big problem. People never actually adapt. So support native one-click purchases directly inside the AI panel. Seamlessly plug into a universal commerce protocols UCP, remove unnecessary loading screens and manual forms, and enable one-click purchase directly inside the AI panel, and support native checkout without forcing site redirects. And number 3 would be optimize for conversational constraints. Structure content to answer specific constraints. Document targeted use cases with clear facts. Include exact compatibility and operational thresholds, and provide undeniable data AI can access, can instantly verify. Now, do you see a specific structure happening the whole time? Yes, it all comes down to making sure you've got the right data, making sure everything is perfectly optimized for AI to be able to extract whatever you have on the site. Your site could be the most perfect thing, But if you're not optimized for the AI to be able to extract your information for AI comprehension, you're never gonna get mentioned, you're never gonna get cited, and that is an issue. So the numbers tell the story. So commerce of traditional versus agentic commerce, it keeps on growing. So marketer adoption, who's actually adapting? So early adopters, 5%, they built empires. And the old playbook, 95% lose share. So the ultimate opportunity is every architectural shift creates winners and losers. And 95%, the majority, holding onto the old playbook, keep burning cash on traditional ad structures, watch cost per acquisition climb month over month, see click-through rates plummet, wonder why traffic isn't converting like it used to, and lose market share to invisible competitors. And the innovators, they position as experts in agentic commerce, master machine comprehension and structured data, capture market share others are actively losing, build competitive moats through data excellence, and build absolute empires over the next few years. So if you position your brand or your agency as an expert in agentic commerce and machine comprehension while everyone else is still selling basic ad clicks, you will effectively capture the market share your competitors are actively losing. So remember this: agentic commerce and machine comprehension. That is the focus. Stop chasing clicks and feed the machine what it wants. That's the only way to win. And yes, this is still early days. I know there was the Google keynote was 3 days ago, and it's still early days. Some stuff are only launching in summer this year, but that is for the US. If you're out of the US, Australia, and all those big countries, we don't know when it's gonna hit your country. For me, for example, I'm in South Africa. I'm not sure when this is gonna hit me, but it will start to actually roll out. And it's important to be ahead of the curve, because once it hits, you actually have something to work towards. You actually have something to innovate and to win the space in where you are currently based. So stop chasing clicks, please feed the machine. The era of chasing arbitrary website clicks is coming to a close. It's time to start optimizing for the machine, mastering structured data, and showing up exactly where the choices are actually being made. So the game must change. Change your strategy immediately, not later, not tomorrow. Start implementing it now, because it will have a big effect on what is coming next. So if you enjoyed videos like this, please don't forget to leave a subscribe, leave a like button. It really helps me a lot as a small creator, and I'm going to focus on this and bring a lot of value specifically in the marketing space on what this means for the future and how you can help yourself grow your business, create offers regarding this, and as well as help your clients just grow more, make more, and increase their profit margins. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.